Oh, hello, everyone. So my name is Marketa, and here with me is Nadia.
Hello.
We are from Navitas Skilled Futures, and we would like to show you how we used the application Book Creator in face-to-face, online, and hybrid delivery. Our students come not only from war-torn countries such as Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, or recently Ukraine. We also deliver classes to migrants who, for example, come from Vietnam, China, India, Serbia, Uruguay, just to name a few. The literacy and digital levels vary from total beginners to advanced or even higher, to higher intermediate. This presentation focuses on level 0 and post-beginners. So, in this presentation, we would like to share the many uses of Book Creator in teaching online, hybrid, or face-to-face. For those who are not familiar with Book Creator, it's a tool for creating digital books where this application allows for the combination of texts, images, audio, and video to produce an interactive book. Once you sign up, you can create your own library of up to 40 books, which is quite generous. You can always upgrade in future once you reach the limit. Also, there is a tutorial that's easy to follow with instructions on every feature. Next, I'd like to demonstrate how Book Creator can be used as a scaffolding tool within the context of teaching and learning cycle. Firstly, we start with vocabulary and images to build the context or introduce the topic, following with the modeling of the text through listening and reading. Next, a variety of guided activities are presented for students' practice. And finally, this should lead to independent construction of a text that could be counted as evidence. Also, it's important to know that Book Creator can be used, as I said before, in all delivery, online, hybrid, and face-to-face. Hybrid or mixed delivery has been used to accommodate both online and face-to-face students. When online students join via Zoom, the face-to-face students are able to see the video on and hear them via the classroom projector. So the participants can either attend the college or Zoom session from home. This type of delivery have been widely used since the onset of COVID-19, since it allows application of a restricted rule, such as the number of students in face-to-face class. As a result, Book Creator resources can be used in hybrid class by both face-to-face and online students simultaneously. The students in the class can also work independently using tablets or computers. Now I'll play a short screencast where I demonstrate one of my ebooks that also contains embedded interactive activities. Nadia, I think you're not sharing the sound. That's okay.
Oops. Sorry about that.
That's okay, no worries. Right now, I'm sharing a Google slide where my ebooks are linked and organized on one page. I've just opened an ebook, and it is a simple recount of a trip to the city. So at first, students can listen to the story using the function read to me.
Yesterday I went to the city by train. The weather was good.
Now, if you feel it was too fast, you can always change the speed here. And my colleague will also showcase how to record and insert your own voice if you wish to. This ebook contains limited range of verbs in short sentences, mostly in past simple, and the story contains frequently used words words specific to the topics and BLB level. So once students are familiar with the vocabulary and sentences, they can move to the guided practice. Here, I'd like to demonstrate how Book Creator allows embedding of vector tools, and in the first activity, students have to match words with images. So for the purpose of this presentation, let's just do some matching. So students can enlarge, and let's just match here. And for example, the kangaroos here. They can check here, and the red color indicates there is a mistake. So they can rectify that and check again and get the correct color here so they know it's the right answer. In the next activity, they have to move the letters to make a word. So they just shuffle the letters, just for the demonstration. And again, we will know straight away whether they are right or whether they made an error. And the following activity, it's very similar. Here they just have to move the words to make a sentence. So just for the purpose of the demonstration, again, I ate my sandwich. The last activity, interactive activity, I would like to share is a categorization of sentences. So here students have to categorize. So let's just do the first sentence. The green arrow indicates the correct answer, and if I clicked here again, now the incorrect answer will be in red. In the next slide, I'd like to share more information about those two applications I just shared. Okay, so next slide. Great. So the two applications I just presented are learningapps.org and WordWall. Both of these are free. All you have to do is sign up. WordWall allows you to create 5 free activities, and then if you find it useful, you can subscribe. It's about $13 per month. Also, I like to share students' feedback in regard to using different types of devices. Generally, the rule is the bigger the screen, the better the experience of the interactive activities. It is strongly recommended to use tablets or laptops for optimal learning experiences, as the embedded exercises can be tricky to read or navigate on mobile devices due to small screen sizes. So that's it from me, and now Nadia is going to show some creative ways to use Book Creator for assessing.
Thank you, Marketa. I'll just share my screen, stop sharing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can start.
Sure. So I just share and make sure that the sound is there. Here we go.
Right. So I use Book Creator as Marketa used it mostly. And I added other apps to it as follow-up activities to get specific outcomes. And let me tell you briefly why I chose Book Creator to engage my students in beginner level mixed ability classes. This app has always been great in teaching vocabulary or reading simple text to low-level students, but it became more useful during the pandemic when we had to switch fully online in 2020. Usually I embed the books in Canvas, the LMS we use at Navitas Skill Futures, but it was hard for many of the new students without getting face-to-face assistance from me because it involved downloading and navigating the Canvas student app from their devices. So I started to text or email them the links to the books so that they could open them on their phones. Also, in a hybrid or face-to-face class, as Marketa mentioned, students can read the books by scanning the QR codes. I've also embedded various apps for extended activities, including some of those mentioned earlier by Marketa. Learningapps.org, H5P, WordWall, YouTube clips, Quizlet, and many more in different books. On top of those, I used another app called Flippity to assess my students and collect partial evidence for a particular unit of assessments. Next slide, Marketa. Of assessments after teaching certain vocabulary and spelling required for a formative assessment. I didn't plan to do the whole unit, so just getting evidence for 2 performance criteria of 1 element was my target. Next slide, Marketa. Yeah. You've already heard from Marketa about the teaching and learning cycle, modeling of the text through reading and listening, and so on. In my students' case, after learning the consonant blends, clusters, and diagraphs along with the phonemes in the class, they learned the names of the study tools and the objects they could find in a classroom. Then they were sent this book on that topic. They read, listened to the words and sentences that I recorded for them, and iPhone or iPad users could also choose the read to me function to listen to the ebooks. At the end of the book, there was this Flippity link that I embedded for them to practice and use. It's already been customized by me with their names and specific sets of vocabulary allocated for each student. Just to give you an idea how Flippity works, I've prepared a short screencast on how I collected my students' works. From Flippity's website, I got a template in the form of a spreadsheet where I entered the students' names and allocated the vocabulary that I want them to take a quiz on. There is also a row to type the email address that I want the results to be sent to. With the embedded Flippity spreadsheet in Book Creator, students click on this link and it takes them to the activity where they see their names. They click on their names and then see the assigned words. For this presentation, I'm going to show you what Ines did. She had already gone through the whole study tools book, learned the words, listened to the pronunciation, practiced with Quizlet that was also embedded in the book. Then it was time for her to take the quiz. She clicked on her name and it took her to the Flippity activity. She saw the list, listened to the words along with the spelling.
School. S. C. H. O. O. L. School.
Then switched to practice.
Spell. School.
There, she followed the dictation to type the words that she learned previously, and she could practice as many times as she wanted until she got everything correct. She could also click here to see whether she got all of them right or wrong. When she was satisfied, she clicked on quiz and
Sharpener.
produced the words independently, one by one. And when she's done, she got the result instantly, and the result is also in my inbox. So that's a result, and the result can now be printed and collected as an evidence of a CPSB unit, SWE WWS 001, element 1, performance criteria 1.1 and 1.2. Rather than using Book Creator and Flippity separately, embedding Flippity in Book Creator gave the students a seamless experience of learning and testing their learning as well. Right. There are also some other cool new apps integrated in Book Creator recently, such as Giphy for GIFs, Bitmojis for creating your avatar, along with some fun messages, Canva for video or images, Google Drive, and Map. Apart from Giphy and Canva, most of them can be used in the free version of Book Creator. So I just use Giphy and Canva to engage my students with fun and interesting images and GIFs. I thought of preparing the students for the assessments that we need to do regarding their speaking, listening, reading, writing, and digital skills. I've created 2 books with more apps special on specific topics. I don't think we are. Can we show the video, Marketa?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So
I think we should go straight to the video.
no problem.
How we did it.
Let's roll.
Sure.
Okay.
This book was created to provide different resources on invitation. I did the cover with Giphy and available emojis within Book Creator, and I recorded myself so that they can also listen to the words and sentences. Invitation. This was done with Canva to engage the students in the topic. I used my Bitmoji avatar in Canva and added the recording. This Padlet wall gave the students a chance to think about when and why they invite someone as part of building the context. These 2 YouTube video clips are meant to give students an idea how we invite someone. What do we say? How do we say? Students receive lessons in the class, and this is a supplementary tool for practicing. As we can see, this clip will give them an idea of how we decline or accept an invitation. Over here, this is that curating tool called Wakelet, where I keep putting different resources related to the topic. If I remove or add something, it will automatically be updated in the book. Now this is where I will collect their answers via Google Forms, quizzes, and live worksheets. The best part is they don't have to wait for me to give them the results. They will instantly get them like we saw in Flippity, and I will have through the apps and save them for my formative assessment. If anyone is interested in any of the apps that we embedded in Book Creator, the links to their websites and how-to videos are provided here. And that's all from us. Thanks to all of you for participating, and thanks to English Australia for giving us this opportunity to present our works and share our experiences.